The Volkswagen Caddy, and this is specifically the Maxi version, Trendline 2-litre TDI automatic. Family-sized vehicle because being the Maxi, it's the stretched wheelbase. And of course that makes it the 7-seater version. Sliding doors on both sides for very easy entry and exit and ingress for the vehicle. Going round, of course, coming to the extended rear end. And then on the Maxi version only, you have the split rear doors to the boot section, opening of course sideways. 530-litre boot as standard, up to of course this flap, and it's expandable in various stages of dropping the rearmost seats or even the middle row of seats as well, if you desire, to give you lots of space. The TDI engine, the VW TDI diesel engine, puts out 103 kilowatts and 320 newton meters of torque, so really giving you more than adequate power with that 6-speed DSG gearbox as well. 423,000 Rand is the going price for this vehicle, but it is the top of the line and of course does have many extras as well. Behind the wheel of the Caddy, it belies and almost denies its van origins because it really feels like a comfortable family car. Very spacious all around. You can see you really have lots of room. There's even a shelf up top here for hiding things and a little bit of extra storage above the driver. You have a multifunction steering wheel over here with controls for the trip computer on the one side, just showing various functions, as well as of course your audio system, and you do have readouts in the center of the dash. Very plain, very simple, but very nicely done. Another feature it has on a vehicle like this is even auto headlights, which I think is a really nice feature for a vehicle at this level. Something that, if you want me to complain about, is the door locking buttons. There isn't an auto lock on pull off. I just feel in the South African market it's really something I would like to have on any vehicle I own. You come to the center dash over here, an interesting open area over here, storage area with an effect that will hold items in place. A lid on that would really be superb in my book, but not serious. You've got your air conditioning over here, which works very well, very effective, down to your multimedia screen, your touch screen over here, which does have your various functions, and just at the press of a button, of course, so you can go over there and go to phone, Bluetooth, etc. All very neat, nicely done. Down over here you have your gear shift, of course, for your 6-speed VW DSG gearbox. Exceptionally smooth, effective gearbox, and it really works well in my book. Very comfortable. The shifts are virtually not perceptible at all, and nice and smooth and easy. And you do have features like cup holders and a nice little cubby over here as well, although I did find that it is placed somewhat too low to operate as an armrest. Let's take a look in the back seats of the Caddy as well. Moving to the back seat, of course, the entry and egress is so easy based on the sliding doors. It's fantastic. Headroom among the most I've experienced in a vehicle along my time so far. It really is amazing. Legroom, excellent as well. You do have vents for rear seat ventilation over here, not the full air conditioning system, but very neat, and even a 12-volt socket in here as well. So kids in the middle row are nicely catered for. 3-seat, of course, in the middle row, and it is split 2/3, 1/3, so it gives you lots of space. Something, of course, that is interesting is the fact that you have the sliding window function in the middle door, but not an opening window. But that's just something on a vehicle of this sort. Let's take a look at the rearmost 6th and 7th seats as well. To get to the 6th and 7th seats, which can often be quite problematic on vehicles, you pull a strap over here and then flip a lever and the seat folds out of the way. That's the 1/3. You can do exactly the same with the 2/3 on the other side if you want to get rid of the middle row entirely, and it's a nice step in and up to the rearmost seat over here, which has a good armrest, has cup holders on the side, so it's a very comfortable place to be as well. If you leave the middle row of seats in place, there's reasonable legroom, which is not a problem at all. for an adult or kids, there's no question about that. But what I like, and I thought is an interesting feature, is if I come back to this side, and if you folded the middle seats, look what I could do in the rearmost seats of the Caddy Maxi. And you could really have a stretch out effect in this car and have the most comfortable, relaxing ride right in the back, with of course your driver up front over there taking care of the traffic and the issues, which are always easily handled as well with a great automatic self-shifting DSG gearbox. To sum up, if you're a family and you need a 7-seater or require a 7-seater, and one which allows adequate boot space even with 7 seats in use, which is quite unusual, and costing you 423,000 Rand, which is a very reasonable price. The Caddy Maxi is a very solidly built vehicle, very smooth, excellent on the freeway, cruising at the speed limits. It really was very comfortable. It's a good experience, a good vehicle. It could also be very versatile if you wanted to use it for work and family, because you can of course turn it into a van and van usage as well all the time. Overall, excellent vehicle. There are not that many choices in this market, but if you're looking for a vehicle of this type, take a look at the Caddy Maxi.